everybody, and welcome back to the next 20 pages of our Turn to Lead by Timothy Sharko. If you don't know already, Shem here. I want to mention before I continue on with this video, I think I'm getting sick, or it's pretty much allergy season, and I just keep sneezing, and it fucking sucks, I'm not gonna lie. I just can't wait till it's summer already, because I hate this crappy, shitty weather. It's so depressing. One reason why I want to get out of Illinois, because it's so depressing here, I hate it every time. But I do plan on moving out, probably out south sometime in the near future. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. So, we left off on the last video pretty much getting into the Lakeview Bank meeting, and they're pretty much discussing why we should be focusing, or why we should be targeting the millennial generation instead of the older generation, because the millennial generation is going to be the long term of things instead of the short term perspective on the future. So, which, by the way, I do apologize if I'm like, I sound super stuffy. It's because of this fucking weather. It sucks. But I'll try my best to speak fluently. So we're going to jump right into the first point. First point being, social networks versus social media. In the little meeting that they had in the Lakeview Bank, Jennifer Hoyt, she was mentioning pretty much, she was bringing up the fact that we should be strictly focusing on the millennial generation. And the point being is the long-term scale of things, especially because the millennials are still like learning and growing up, and they're going to be pretty much pursuing their careers anytime soon. Quite example right here. I just got out of college looking for a job. And we had one super salty Sally. Her name was Janet, and she was so against Jennifer, and she just kept saying no, 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 no. Like, screw you, this is a dumb idea, we gotta go back to what we've always been doing. Yeah, Janet, sorry, you're out of here, I hate you. But Jennifer brings up a good point with social networking and social media. Now, they kind of intertwine with each other, so there really shouldn't be a versus. However, the distinction between the two is social networking. I almost said Szechuan sauce. But social networking, what social networking is pretty much making connections through social networking, making relationships with people, and so on and so forth. And now social media, what that is, it's pretty much just a platform to connect people with one another using social networking. So they kind of really intertwine with each other in order to create relations through an online profile instead of face-to-face interactions. And the reason why Jennifer really wants to focus on this is because she saw the trends going forward that a lot of the millennials are like staying on their phones, and they're kind of more networking through online means instead of actually face-to-face interactions. Now, going on to the second point, which is going to be identifying needs, Jennifer points this out. She sees what's going on, and she knows that the millennial generation has certain needs to actually be accompanied by, and they should be following those certain needs to accompany those millennials. And she had it all pretty much planned out and perfectly ready, but Janet is a freaking bitch, and she was super against her, and she just kept saying no. We shouldn't do it. Like, forget it. Just stop focusing on the millennials. Do how we always did it. But without that, Jennifer pretty much, she saw the needs of the millennial generation, which I think I'll post up a photo now. If I'm not mistaken, there should be like some needs that the millennial generation face, at least short term. There's still long term stuff, but that's the short term. At least for the bank and the consumer dynamic, you can see how they kind of relate to each other and how the bank can pretty much satisfy the millennial needs. So this kind of goes with like any kind of business too, which is kind of cool. I like how this kind of relates to crushing it. With identifying your needs, or the customer's needs, you have to see what their problem is, listen to them, hear them out, and pretty much try to solve their solutions. You want to be pointing out or solve their problems with solutions. You want to be pointing out like the direction of which way they should go, your customer should go, in order to pretty much find a solution for their problem. And this kind of comes down to always help. Just keep giving value, keep providing value, keep helping people, and eventually they're going to be your customer, they're going to be your loyal follower, and they're going to follow you everywhere you go. So that's why you want to just help people out whenever you see they're in need. Going on to the third point, adaptation/overcoming change. Unfortunately, Janet is totally against that. And she's like, nope, we're going to do things the way we always did it. Unfortunately, I should say fortunately, actually, since she doesn't have like a high power status over there, she doesn't really have much to say. The person that does have much to say, I think it was Stanley. Man, what was his last name? Stanley. Brain fart again. You know what? We're just going to use his first name. Stanley. I forgot what his last name was. It was Stanley R. something. But what Stanley was mentioning is that his grandfather... Oh, it's Rusk. It's Stanley Rusk. So his grandfather, George Rusk, pretty much founded this company back in 1930, and he pretty much tried to satisfy the needs of the customers in that day and age. And from 1930 to pretty much 2010, they've been doing things the same exact way. And Stanley, actually, which is very interesting, he is like, how are we going to do this? Why should we be doing this? Why should we be targeting the millennial generation? Like, that's a whole different new approach. We don't know what's going to come of it. Like, we should, like, he didn't even say we shouldn't do it. He considered it, and he actually said, like, you know what, Jennifer, you seem like you know what you're doing. You have the numbers, the statistics all laid out. Let's go with your plan. And that's the thing. He overcame change, and he adapted to it. Think about it. This guy is an older guy, and he's been following the traditions of what his grandparents were doing, grandfather, I should say, what he's been doing for years. And it kind of comes to, like, he's so comfortable, why should he do something new whenever that plan has worked for so long? So it's just kind of one of those, like, let's hang on and wait, which you should never do. You should always adapt and overcome and keep working forward and progress with the future. Because if not, like I said in Crushing It, you're going to get left behind. You want to keep adapting. You want to keep adapting to change. You want to keep moving forward. Because if you're not, you're going to get left behind. That is pretty much all I have for you guys in the next 20 pages. So there's a lot more to it, a lot more insights in this. Stuff that pretty much can help you out with your business, whatever you're going to be doing. So this is kind of cool, kind of more relates to what 20 pages is about. So I appreciate that. So that's kind of awesome. But without further ado, guys, follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. And please, subscribe on YouTube, guys. You guys are amazing. I love your support. Like I say in almost every video, please comment. It'd be awesome. It means something. Provide some feedback. Other than that, guys, you guys do know the drill of what 20 pages is read 20 pages every day. I'm pretty much just trying to show you how much value there is in 20 pages a day through a short 5 to 15 minute video. Used to be 5 to 10 minute video, but I talk a lot and it's starting to take longer and longer. But that's it. Take care, guys, and be awesome.